Good morning, guys. This is Kenzo Xtrahot Forex. So it's Tuesday, guys, and we know that this week we are going to have NFP this Friday. So if you are new to this channel, don't forget to smash that subscribe button, like, share with your friends. So today I just prepared 10 points for you. Actually, we're just going to go through the behavior. When we expect NFP, there is this behavior that the market is doing, and we just need to learn about that. So I prepared 10 points. So slowly I will be going through that. So today I won't be doing that analysis. So which means I will be going live later on. But also, the market wasn't moving that much, so it means there is nothing to check at the moment on the market, right? So the first point is going to be, let's see, increased volatility. So mostly people or traders, they will be buying more or maybe selling. Why? Because they have this expectation from NFP. You see, they expect whether maybe NFP to be weaker or maybe to be positive, and that makes them to buy or to sell, and that makes the market to have this crazy volatility. Mostly before that, also after, once we know what's really happening, but after it's obvious because most likely the market will go in certain direction because we already understand what's the results. You see, so yes, that volatility speculation it's like you speculate and you start to act towards that. You see, that increase this volatility. Sometimes this volatility is not really nice because mostly when we check, the market just consolidate. You see, the market will just go up, down, and you end up losing quite easy. So let's push to the next one. The next one is going to be position adjustment. So traders and investors might adjust their positions, either closing existing ones or opening new ones based on their expectation to the report. So this also makes those crazy moves because sometimes there's people who are not really going to like to trade during high impact news like that. So most likely they will be closing their positions. I'm talking about big boys here. If maybe those positions are big, they might have some effects on the market, and that volatility is going to be there. We're going to see that. So that's why sometimes it's difficult to trade before we have the news. Some they buy, maybe they expect the news to be positive or maybe negative, and that creates this crazy move that we see now. That's why we say, let's just stay out of the market. Let's wait for proper moves before we jump on the market. Why? Because we don't really know. There's so much stuff that is happening on the market or behind the scene. And when we get all these crazy moves, that's what we see on the market. The market goes up, gold up, down, whatever. And if maybe you don't really understand, you end up actually losing. That was point number 2. So it's not this video is not gonna be that very long. So let's go straight to point number 3, which is muted trading. So muted trading, actually, some market participant may reduce their trading activity to avoid potential risk associated with unexpected NFP results. So that, at the end of the day, makes the market to be way too calm. You can see that, no, man, this thing has been here for quite some time. It's not really moving. What's really happening? Because people are staying out of the market. The same way I'm telling you that sometimes let's just stay out of the market because we expect high impact news. So since there are going to be so many things that are going to happen, as we treat NFP as the most important high impact news, most likely we stay out of the market. And once we know the result, it's when we start to participate. I hope that makes sense, right? So let's push to the next one. Please don't forget to smash that subscribe button, guys. So the next one is going to be speculative trading. So short-term traders might engage in speculative trades. trying to capitalize on anticipated market movement. So these are like people who actually just want to scalp. They also have effects. Not only people who scalp with smaller accounts, but even if it's smaller account, there's so many people who are doing that. So speculatives, like when we say the news are going to be negative, we saw last month this and that. So that start to give the market a certain move. You see, that move might not be correct once we have the results, because now we can say, I think NFP is gonna be positive. I think the numbers will be positive. Then I start to buy. Then we start to see the market going in certain direction. And if you keep just because you think maybe the market is moving in that direction, you end up following that. Maybe your strategy will be agreeing with whatever that you see. But when the news comes out, those people who were just speculating, then the news disappoint you, or maybe a different figures, then the market changes the direction very, very, very quick. You see, that's why we say sometimes when we have the news, the market will price itself to those speculative figures, like future prices. We don't really know, but we think this might happen. Then we start to buy or we start to sell. But that is not the overall movement direction. When the news comes out, the direction might change, and mostly the direction changes. But if maybe you're lucky, yes, sometimes the market might continue in your direction. But do you want to be lucky? Yeah, but you can't always guess. You can't always guess and make it every day. So sometimes just stay out and relax. Stay out and relax. So that was point number 4. So now let's go straight to point number 5, which is currency movement. The US dollar typically sees more significant movement, as the NFP report is a critical indicator of the US economic health. So most likely, remember, NFP actually is the first bigger event, mostly every month, first week of that month. So most likely we know what's really happening. It shows the strength of the US currency, of US economy. So from that, people start to think differently from that, from NFP. So it gets to be way, that's why we treat it's actually more important. Even though sometimes it doesn't really move the way we want, but NFP is quite important because people, they can see that, oh, the dollar is going to be stronger. There is enough people who are working. We start to speculate from that. Oh, we think retail says they're going to go like this because of NFP. You see, so currency movement will actually happen now. But if we are not sure, it's where we're going to see those muted trading. We don't really see moves. Sometimes the market will just consolidate. We saw that on DXY. The market is just going up, down, up, down. But on Friday, once we have the figures, or maybe the, let's say, NFP release, then that is going to be much better, because we're going to understand what's really happening, and we're going to have better movement of the currency. At the moment, everyone thinks maybe the dollar is going to be stronger. That's why we see most of the stuff are going higher. And that is the currency movement. Check the currency movement. What's really happening before the news? You will see that even on GBP, you can see it's going down, even though maybe here it's like the market is actually on the support. But it shows the strength of the dollar. But will that actually happen? We don't really know, because that might change very quick. You see? So be aware of that. So let's go straight to point number 6, which is going to be interest rate speculation. So market participants might speculate on future interest rates decisions by the Federal Reserve, as the NFP report can influence monetary policy. Yes, mostly this speculation also gives us whether we are supposed to buy or sell or stay out. Why? And also mostly we understand that the higher NFP, if it's going to be positive, we know very well that that is not really good for interest rates cuts. Lower, it's good. You see, then from there, something we know that from there, once we see that, once we get the news, you will see the market start to move in a certain direction. You see why? Because now it's like we understand that with this stronger NFP, something's gonna happen. They'll have to cut the rates, or they will have to pause with the rates, or something will happen. So now this will also give us a much better understanding of, is a rate still going up, or are they still going to go up? Like, for example, let's say maybe on Friday they say, okay, we added 400k jobs. Whoa, that is gonna be crazy, because 400 jobs means there is now extra pockets that are going to spend. And that retail sales, they're going to go up, CPI is going to go up, PCE is going to go up. All those things, they're now going to just connect very nice. You see that? I hope you see that. So let's push to the next one, which is impact on bond market. Bond yields may fluctuate based on expectation for economic growth and inflation, indicated by NFP data. So if NFP goes up, most likely we will see bond actually gaining some momentum. Why? Because if maybe NFP is still going up, it shows that the dollar will be stronger for longer, and that is good for bonds, right? And that will mean that the rates might just stay there, stay higher. Yes, that might not be good for other things, but for bond market, that will be good. Then we will start to see the bond. Even now, you will see the bonds maybe going up or going down based on the speculation. What is going to happen after that, after Friday? You see, so there are so many things that happens during this time. There are so many things. That's why sometimes it's difficult. But if you did not really know, I think now you know. I think now you know. So let's see. Let's go straight to the point number 8. So point number 8 is stock market caution. So stock indices may show caution with potential for both gains and losses, depending on investor sentiment about forthcoming report. Like now, if you go on Nasdaq or S&P 500, you will start to see that the market doesn't really move very nice. The market is just trying to test the waters. It doesn't really move very aggressive. Why? Because they don't really just want to buy or sell. We are just waiting for the results. No one is actually sure, you see. So that actually makes the market to move to move like that. So when we expect NFP to be stronger, most likely we'll see the market start to reverse. If we are not sure, we will see some consolidation. We saw that on USD. Go check my analysis, actually, yesterday's analysis on USD. You will see that it's just ranging. You see. So yes, that is actually stock market caution. So the movement is not really there, because whatever that might happen, we don't really know what will happen on Friday. And that is not good when you trade, when you don't really know what will happen in 2 days or 3 days. You see. So now let's go straight to point number 9, which is gold, precious metal, gold prices. So gold often seen as a safe haven asset, might see price fluctuation as traders hedge against uncertainty. So which means just because we don't really know what might happen with the dollar, just know that gold is actually a safe haven pair. So most likely, if things are not gonna go well with the dollar, we will see gold starting to go higher, or maybe we'll see it selling if things looks like they're gonna be positive on the dollar side. You see, so that's why actually nothing is safe during this time, because remember we did talk about indices. Now we're talking about gold. So that is just going to fluctuate, because some people, they just hedging. They just, we don't really want to see any crazy moves. Then they just go and buy gold as a method of hedging, so that they can be safe during this high volatility move because of NFP. You see, now you understand why we say stay out of the market. There's so much stuff going on behind the scene. You see, so that day, that Friday, it's important, but the preparation was before. So much stuff happened before. So now let's go to the last one. Before we go to the last one, guys, don't forget that we still have our specials there. Monthly it's $15, lifetime is $60, 12 months $48. If you want to be part of the team, don't forget to smash that subscribe button. Sorry, you can scan that QR code, then you can just talk to me on my WhatsApp. So now let's go straight to the point number 10. Yeah, if you reach this point here, yeah, you are a soldier. So now it's economic data scrutiny. So other economic indicators released close to the NFP report are scrutinized more closely for clues about the NFP numbers. Like, I think we have a FOMC meeting, so everyone is just going to listen very carefully. Every news that we're going to have, go check that. It's going to be listened carefully. And sometimes they won't be moving that much. Why? Because everyone is just gauging what will happen on Friday. Because the aim is to get it right on Friday. The aim is to get it right, to be on the right side of the market. So which means most likely, if we have some other news or very important news before NFP, most likely they don't even move that much. Or if they move, it's because we expect something to happen on Friday. And most likely the market start to move nicely after Friday because that pressure just disappeared and now we understand what will happen. So from there, it's where we can say, yeah, now we understand. Yeah, things are positive or negative. Then we start to act from that. You see that? So I think if you understand, that's great. That's great. So I'm expecting to go live later on. So yeah, this thing is selling. We had a sell, but the market actually reversed. But anyways, it means that we missed this nice move there. Anyways, thank you very much. I will see you on the next one. Bye.